Hey, I never knew that the devil was right by the corner of my house waiting to destroy my bum bum. Hello guys and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another beautiful video. You guys, this is a special video I've been wanting to share with you guys, but of course, other content, keep coming ahead of this one. So this is something that happened to me. It's going to be a story time, guys. This is something that happened to me few weeks after I had my baby. I mean our one and only baby, Emmanuel. So, but before I go into today's video, I want to quickly show you guys. I know that, while I was talking, some of you are already admiring what I'm putting on. I mean the t-shirt and the write-up on it. God, I beg you. So you guys, I know some of you guys already know where I got this t-shirt from. But of course, so many of you don't. So that is why I need to quickly tell you guys where I got this beautiful t-shirt. So the brand that gifted me this beautiful outfit is Everything Nello on Instagram. Everything Nello. This is a brand owned by one of our favorite YouTubers, one of our favorite influencers here on the street of YouTube. Okay, her name is Nello. You guys already know that. Anything Nello is doing is class. She is class defined. Imagine when she brings out her mind to set up a business. Of course, you're going to know that it's going to be class defined. So it's simple, just like you're looking at me. What I'm putting on is a product of Everything Nello. So this is Nello's merch, and her business is just like a brand that prints, beautiful t-shirts with different captions on it. Just like the one I'm putting on. God, I beg, go. God, I beg. God, I beg. This is just like a prayer on the lips of every Nigerian, okay? And then again, she also sent in some other t-shirts. This one is highly favored. I'm going to attach a picture of when I was putting it on. This is proudly unapologetic. In fact, at this point, I don't know if God I beg you or proudly unapologetic is my favorite. So it has different colors. This is it. If at this point you're not following Everything Nelly, please do me well to follow them on Instagram. And also, not just follow them. Don't just follow them. If you don't want me to play Dorime for you, do not just follow them. Also patronize the brand. Nello is our person. You guys already know now. She's this kind of person that supports everything that any other person is doing here on YouTube. So please help me patronize her. If you know her very well, you know that this is somebody that supports people selflessly. Okay, so please, as you're clicking that follow button on Instagram, do me well to DM Everything Nello and place your orders for beautiful and amazing t-shirts. Okay, it's not your regular kind of t-shirt. Something that you buy and then again you see a lot of people wearing it and all of that. So it comes in limited quantity, and I'm sure that by the time you're watching this video, they must have put out so many other ones, so many other beautiful t-shirts with so many other beautiful captions. Okay, anyways, I think I've talked so much about them. That is how beautiful their t-shirts is and how lush and cool it is on the skin, like just like the one I'm putting on now. So let me quickly start sharing with you guys the reason why I am currently filming this video. I think I need a pillow to rest my hand on. Sorry, I want to pick up this pillow so I can rest my hand on it while I talk. So back to the story I'm about to share. I know that you guys will be like, Sandra, do well. Oh. For you, from the caption, you can already tell, okay, that the story is a tragic one. Yes, something that happened to me after I had my baby, and I've been wanting to share it here. But of course, one thing will always lead to the other, like I said before. And then again, another content will come before it. And then again, I wasn't in a hurry. I needed to heal up and give myself time to heal from the trauma and everything. I think I'm fine now from everything, and I can now share about it. And at least now, the manual is almost 4 months old, so I think it's time for me to share it. But what I'm about to say happened a few weeks after I had my baby. So it was on that fateful day. You guys already know now that after baby, you want to do seed bath and all of that. And then it was on that fateful day, my mom had already pressed my tummy with hot water, do all those things, give me Mirioda as Omugo woman. I took all those things. And then I decided to do seed bath, you guys. Hey, I never knew that the devil was right by the corner of my house waiting to destroy my bum bum. Anyways, how am I going to say this? I don't know. If I begin to remember everything that happened that day, how I was crying and shouting, calling my sisters calling my sister's name for help, calling my husband for help. It is well. Oh. But God shall loves me. God truly loves me. God truly loves me. So what happened was that I'm trying so hard not to go emotional. Please help me. I'm trying so hard not to be emotional in this video, but God is going to help me. So what happened was that on that fateful day, I told my sister to help me boil hot water that I want to do seed bath. Yeah, and then again, she boiled the hot water and brought it to me. So it wasn't hot enough. So I told her to put it back in the kettle and make it a little bit more hot. And then she left the water. We were checking something on Instagram. The water was boiling and boiling and boiling, and then we forgot. So when she now brought the water, when I remember that I needed to do the seed bath, I just because I was just all naked in my room. Let me say the way it is. We're checking something on Instagram, and then when I remember the hot water, she went to bring it for me. I put it in the bucket, right? So what happened was that when I poured the hot water inside the bucket, and then I was checking something on my phone on Instagram, I was checking the thing, and then I entered my bedroom. So it was two different buckets. I bought two different buckets. One for the cold water that I was using to bring out cold water, especially when I want to bathe my baby. So I decided to use that one to mix the other bucket that was filled with the hot water. So I forgot, trust me, you guys, I totally forgot that this was the bucket of the hot water, that not mixed it with cold water. So you guys, that was how I, mistakenly carried the bucket of the hot water without mixing it, and then put it. If you know my bathroom, I put it on my tub, and then I was sitting. All my mind was on what I was pressing on my phone. So it was when I sat down, and then the heat came, right? It wasn't that because my skin had not because my skin has not heated up, okay, and I wasn't looking. I was busy pressing my phone, and then I positioned the bucket and I sat down comfortably without, how would I put it, without thinking about any other thing, without remembering that the heat was coming. I was feeling that I was like, this water is too hot. But then again, that kind of a thing, my mind was on what I was pressing on my phone. And guess what, you guys? The bucket broke, and that was how the whole of my bum bum and my body entered inside the hot water. And I stood up, with that force, and my bathtub slipped me, and then I fell again. And my body was already heated up. My bumper was already heated up because I fell. The bucket broke, you know, forcefully, and then I fell inside the hot water. And then I stood up with that pain, right? So when I stood up with that pain, hurrying up to stand up to go and get cold water and pour my body, I fell again inside the bathtub, and that was how my body filled up. Hey, it became a nightmare, you guys. This is somebody that just had a baby few weeks after baby, and I saw her that day. My mom, I was calling my mom. It was inside my bedroom. That you were shouting from my room, and the next person in the next room may not hear you. I was shouting, "Mommy, mommy." She didn't hear me. I was shouting, "Chiamaka." I started screaming. I started calling my sister, and that was how she rushed and came. And by the time they came, my body was already swollen. That kind of a thing. How hot water does inside my body, my V area, every part of my body was swollen already. And it was peeling because I was rubbing it out of pain. That was how I was rushed to the hospital. I was sitting inside the car crying and all of that. It was a very painful experience. Took me to the hospital. I spent just one day, and the doctor, it was cleaned up, they peeled off all the skin, just like you can see on the screen. So they peeled off all the skin on around that area, they peeled it off, and then you guys, that was how the journey began for me. It was a very terrible experience for me because I had to lay on my stomach. I don't put on clothes. You guys know how, just look at it now on the screen and you see how it was. It happened in a very bad place. When you have a baby, people will always come to see you. When people come to my house, I don't sit. I don't come out safe because walking, if I'm walking, it will be, how will I say it? It will be breaking. Despite the fact that I always leave it lubricated, it will always dry up, and then it will be breaking, opening up, break. I don't know how to explain it. They are just very gory pictures. I can't even put them out here because if you look at where it happened, you know that it's a very delicate place, and it was just as if the hot water cooked me alive. So that was how I entered that journey of going through pain again after childbirth, and I had already had my baby in peace so without issues. Just for me to sit back and the devil carry hand hold dear just to torment my flesh because I know that the devil can never harm my soul, right? So that was what happened, and it became a very sad experience. I had to lay on my stomach to eat. I had to lay on my stomach to breastfeed. I didn't take my bath for about 2 weeks, according to what the doctor said. He said, if you want this thing to heal, then you don't have to bathe. You don't have to pour water on your body. They clean it with drip. This drip, they clean it with drip, wash it normal saline, clean it with normal saline, and then I apply what's the name of that? There's this thing, this cream in tube that they use for burn. I don't know, I've forgotten the name, but I have it here in my door. I'm going to write the name on the screen. That's what I was applying and all of that. But before then, my mom already poured salt on the surface, okay? And that was how, it shrinked the surface. I don't know how to put it, you guys. I don't know how to explain it. That was how I started suffering for, another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month before the wound, started healing up and all of that. People will still see me come to YouTube, record, blog, but they don't know what was going on with me at that time. Some of those videos, when I raise up my camera to talk, after talking, I'll go sit down somewhere and start crying because that was a situation that made me cry every day of my life. It was a terrible situation that made me cry all like every day for close to 1 month because I was in pains. You guys, trust bond. It was a very terrible experience for me. I will not lie you. So that's what happened to me, and that's what. But thanks to God for the people around me. My mom was so helpful. That woman, what would I have done in my life without one back? Nothing. That was also what delayed my sister from going back to school. She gave up 2 good months just for me. Tell me in this life, I will never wish for a sister better than my sister Jenny because she is the best of the best. Trust me. Seeing her, despite being a very small girl, she is. In fact, husband will go marry that girl. We are giving her out like this is a babe that if you're giving her out in marriage, you go knock your chest. No, say my sister is going to do well where she's going to because she's a manager. She managed everything. I was always in pains. I wasn't putting on clothes. It was only family members that are allowed to come to my house. Some people that wanted to visit me that period, they may not know what I was going through. I had this sweetheart of mine on this street of YouTube that wanted to visit me. I was trying to avoid her, but she may not understand why I was trying to avoid her then. It was just because of what I was going through. There was no way I could, somebody like that can come to my house. She's a fellow YouTuber, and I will not come out or I'm not going to, because I don't wear clothes. I just lay on my bed naked, right? And all the people that called me that period will know that. I mean, a few of my friends that I told, they already know that whenever they call me, I'm always naked. They will tell me, let me see the surface. I'll show them, this is it, oh, it's healing, oh, this one, that one. So that was what happened to me, you guys. And our life as content creators, we come out here, film, laugh, gist, joke, but behind the cam, nobody knows what is going on. So please, the moral lesson here, what I know that I will never do in my life is to be pressing my phone or be on a call and go to my bedroom to say I want to do anything, or even the kitchen, because trust me, you guys, if I wasn't with my phone, believe me, I'll be coordinated enough to know that this one is the hot water and this is the cold water, or this is the one I've already mixed and this is the other hot water remaining, right? Because I mistakenly carried the one I did not mix at all, leaving the one I already mixed, Abby, and then I sat on it without, even when it was hurting me, I was still busy with that gist on Instagram. I think it was during the gist of what happened then. I've forgotten what happened then that was trending on social media that me and my sister were so glued and were watching. Trust me, you guys, it was a very bad experience for me. And please do not make my mistake. Don't ever take your phone to the bedroom if you're that kind of a person, that usually take their phones on to the bedroom. It was after that thing happened to me that I was sharing it with somebody, and then the person shared a story with me that someone was sitting on the toilet, how you sit to defecate on the toilet, and then she was sitting pressing her phone and the toilet seat broke and her whole body was messed up. You understand? So I mean, having heard that story, it was even worse than my own, because imagine that sharp toilet seat, something breaking. It will be very sharp. Imagine it tearing someone's body apart. So it was even worse than my own. So these days I don't go to the bedroom with my phone. I don't try it at all. I don't, because that phone I was pressing that distracted me, trust me. So this is me sharing with you guys what happened to me and all of that. And yeah, I'm all healed up now. My body is back to normal. All that ready stuff that you guys saw is back to normal. Nothing again. All my body don't heal. I'm now fine and bubbling in the Lord. After about 3 weeks, I started trying to sit down, because when it was 2 weeks plus, because I was frustrated and I almost got depressed. I tried to sit and then it broke again and all over. I started the treatment all over. So after about 3 weeks to 1 month, I started trying to sit down, and gradually I began to sit down. I started taking my bath and became normal again. Okay, so that was how my mom did her own omogo times two, and that was also one of the reasons why Mbako had to overstay, for the omogo. So I finally shared this story, and I'm so relieved and I'm so happy. Trust me, you guys. So share with me is an experience I don't wish on anybody, even my worst enemy. Trust me, because it was a very painful one. I didn't cry the day I was in labor. I did not cry, but you see that day I cried. I was what am I even saying? I cried almost every day for 2 3 weeks straight up. My husband was like, "Why are you crying? If you keep crying every day now, this thing will not even heal." And you just have to be happy and allow it to heal. And thank God for the kind of man He blessed me with. This man was my leg, my hand, my leg, everything. Everything I was supposed to do, my husband was doing it for me. Everything. He was the one that cleans my body, because I only clean my body, use towel, clean my body with soap, and then clean it up again. That was how I I was taking my bath then. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time with me. And I'm so happy sharing this experience with you guys finally. I also have another video, something like this, I want to be sharing very soon. And then I pray I have the courage to share that one too. Okay. So this is me concluding this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and don't forget to patronize everything Nello, right? The t-shirt I'm currently putting on, let me show you guys very well. It's a product of everything Nello. Please do not forget to patronize this brand, owned by our ever supportive Nello Okeke here on YouTube. So if you're coming across my channel for the first time and you not subscribe, please, I am begging you in the name of God, click the subscribe button and join the family, okay?